So, welcome to the Adventure Life 2021 festival is titled Transformation Adventure, Sex, Power, and Magic, and explores sexual interaction among humans and the many power dynamics that are involved: gender, sexuality, class, ethnicity, religion, etc. And it reflects on how we can imagine on how sex and power can build our community in a magical way. So I'll be the moderator of this panel, and the panel is called Sex and Beyond, and exploring sex and sexuality for trans women. So we'll be discussing that what sex and sexuality looks like for trans women, and exploring how we can collectively support and upfit the trans community. I'm sorry, I'm not an English speaker. I speak in French, so sorry for my accent, for some words that I will not be pronouncing well, but I will do my best. So I welcome these beautiful ladies that are with me. So as the first question, I want them to introduce themselves. So I think you can start by whoever feels it.
Okay, my name is Melody Boatang. I'm a trans woman and I'm living in Benin Republic at Cotonou. And I'm working for the rights of women, especially trans women. And I have my organization. The name of my organization is the Maison of Benin Ladies. And this organization is working for the rights and for the right for trans women. And we are based in Cotonou in Benin. We are working with Ghana, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Togo. And we are based in Benin. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Melody. So the next one.
My name is Angel Magazine. I am a Ghanaian. I live in Ghana. I am a trans woman and I'm Ghana's first transgender musician. I'm a fierce advocate for the LGBT community and the trans women. And I'm also an executive for trans women in LGBT.
Thank you very much. So we are waiting for the third person to join us, but anytime that the person will join will be very fine. I should also maybe introduce myself in the longer details. So I'm from Rwanda. That's where I'm originally from, but I work in West Africa as the co-coordinator of Queen. Queen stands for Queer African Youth Network. I think Melody knows about our work. Also, in my pastime, in my free time, I'm a writer and I've written already 5 books. It talks about sex and sexuality between trans women, especially in Africa. So, if you want to know more about that, please let me know. I'll be very available for telling you more about my book. So, after you introduced yourself, I have a question that goes for both of you. How did you come into an understanding and acceptance of your gender identity? So maybe Anja, you can start.
Okay.
Or Melody.
And second step.
Okay.
Okay. I always knew that I'm different from the other boys when I was young. I knew that I'm very different, and when I was 19, at that time I knew that I'm a transgender woman. It was very difficult to me to accept who am I, but now I'm proud to be a trans woman, and I'm proud to be who I am. But in our society, we are facing a lot of discrimination, and we have to face all this situation to go on. And to say that the fact that I was born like that was not easy for me, because I was asking myself, what happened? Why am I like that? I'm different. But it's not easy to be a trans woman, especially in Africa. And what I have to say today is, like, I'm proud to be Melody. I'm proud to be a trans woman that I am. So that's my story.
Congratulations, Melody. So, Angel?
Thank you.
Yes. So I realized I was different when I was growing up among my peers. I realized that they were having breasts when I wasn't having it. When I was young, I thought, oh, when you have a vagina or when you have a penis, when you get to a point, the penis can disappear and it comes to turn to a vagina because everybody was calling me, oh, this one is a woman, oh, she looks like a woman, oh, you are nice. So I was cooking, doing everything in the house. So me, I knew I was a woman since infancy. So as I started growing, I entered into music. And when they say a trans woman, I didn't even know me. They will say Kojo Bisia, that's how we say it here, and that is all I knew. So as I started growing up, I started researching, I started getting to know myself. I started seeing other people who were like me. When I started meeting people who were like me, that was when I was like, oh, I'm actually different. And the people I've met who are also different, they are just like me. So it means I'm not the only person in Ghana or on earth who is like that. So I started researching to know
Mhm.
more. That is where I chanced on the word transgender. Then I started learning the way of being a transgender. And I was like, oh, this is where I belong. That is where I found my gender identity. That yes, this is me and this is who I am and this is how it's gonna be. So that is how the whole journey started for me.
That's so great to hear your journey, your story as a trans woman. And I think that so many trans women, or even trans men, can relate to what you are saying. I understand like this questioning part of it, and again, how we do finish by accepting ourselves, and especially how we go beyond and we are like very comfortable with whom we are, and also how we look for help for people who look like us. So now that I'm talking, I think I have to introduce you the third panelist, Tammy. So I let herself introduce herself. So Tammy, the word is yours. Tell us who you are, your
Hi,
name, and what you're doing in life.
my name is Tammy, and obviously I'm a trans woman, like the
Okay.
rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into social media, so I look at that, and um, I recently, just this year, started a bit of activism work.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working with some people from LGBT Rights Ghana. I've been doing some work here and there, and I've been purely focused on the trans community, reaching out to individual trans people because I feel not a lot of light is shone on the trans people in Ghana, especially.
Oh, nice. Interesting. So when you came, I was asking people, I was asking these beautiful ladies with me, how they came to understand their trans identity. So, and the question goes also to you, how did you come to understand your gender and how comfortable are you with your gender identity?
I would say when I first began, it was through research.
Okay.
I've always known, I've always felt feminine, I've always, had that feeling, as I'm sure most of us have. But growing
Mm-hmm.
up in a heteronormal, society and a world, you're made to think those feelings are not right. They're not supposed to be. So growing up, I always loved being a girl, dressing up, doing this, like girl stuff, always hang out with girls. But when I'm with my family, I had to suppress that. So
Mm-hmm.
that wasn't really the best for me. So I think it got to a stage in my life where I was just tired. I was tired of pretending to be someone else that I'm not, trying to be all hard and masculine and this and that. It didn't feel natural. So, after some research, watching videos about other trans people, educating myself a lot, it felt right. It felt like this is what I want to do, and I'm ready to live my life as me, regardless what other people say.
Nice. It's really so interesting really to hear what you are all saying. That brings this question. Any one of you can answer it. You don't need to go through all of you. We live in this patriarchal world where men are so dominating, where laws are so dominating. And being a trans in this society is not something that is easy. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with this patriarchal world? And yeah, what can you tell about us about how you manage to go through this patriarchal world?
Okay, I was saying that society discriminates against the LGBT community and most no longer the trans community. And in our African society, man is perceived like the head of family, the pillar, you know. So to be a trans woman in our society, the people will look you like you are a weak person. You are a shame because they say, how can you be a man to becoming now a lady? You know, me, when I take my example, I was rejected from my house from my uncle and my dad. For them, it's not acceptable to be a trans. They don't understand how a man can start and transition, become a lady or a woman. So in Africa, it's very difficult to be a transgender, especially in our society. Woman are seen as the strength, the pillar of the family, the head of the family. So it's not easy. And my second point of view is what having like our relationship with the girls. When you are in a relationship with someone, the person will not consider you like you're a lady. They think you are I don't know how can I say, you are a sexual fantasy for them. They don't take you like a woman, and they don't consider you. So what I have to say is what we are suffering in our community, especially trans women, especially in this case where the control of men is very hard. That's what I
Yeah,
have to say.
that's really so true. So Tammy, do you want to share us, your experience? Is how do you deal with this patriarchal world? We live in a society where men are dominating, and how do you negotiate? How do you deal with this patriarchal world?
Yeah,
Society.
sorry, my network was really bad.
It's a
I was saying that my main drive is to keep fighting because it does help to win some people, and I get satisfaction from when you educate someone on trans issues and they really understand and they're so receptive and open-minded. You know,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
reaction they get from it, and it pushes me to keep going. It's like, no, not everyone is so close minded and so ignorant. There are people that you can't win for your side. And yeah, I would say that's how I really cope with it. And also being myself. I don't allow what other people say or do to stop me from being myself. That's who you are. You cannot
Mhm.
allow someone to stop you from being who you are. So just live your life. Obviously, try and be safe, but live your life. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Tammy. And like when you interact with people, maybe that question will go mostly to Angel, if you do hear me. So when you interact with people, how do they interact with you, and how do you wish these people could interact with you when they see you, when you're talking with them, your daily life? Tell us about your interaction, and how do you wish that interaction to be?
How I interact with people, I try as much as possible to come down to their level to understand them because they are not in my shoes, so they can't feel what I feel. They won't understand the way I understand things. So I
Yeah.
just try to come down to their level, to break it down for them to understand me. First of all, I try to create a friendship. I tried a friendship first, and because now they are seeing you as a woman, so they feel much comfortable relating to you as a woman than being a man. Like being boys' voice. You see, so right now I just get closer to them. I start talking about sexuality. I start asking them how they understand. I start trying to find out the way they feel about trans women. I try to find out how they feel, if they feel generally about the LGBT community. So when you come down from one step to the other, it's very easy to know who will be receptive or who will not really want to hear what you want to say, or who does not want to be educated. You see, so that is how I normally do it. So I go around it playfully and all that. Some people become very rude, become angry for no reason and all. Able to adjust in, I'm able to fit in. They are able to know me. They get to see that, oh, these people are not even bad people at all. Some of them think that we are just all about sex, that our whole entire life is sex. Anyway, we want to have sex with somebody, we want to, you know, LGBT is just about sex. But I try to, make them know that it's not all about sex. Street people are not all about sex. They don't walk around on the street having sex with each other or not. We are just like the same human being, the normal person that
um, I think we understood your point is that we have to lower down ourselves so that we can put ourselves on their level and try to understand, like, try to put ourselves in their shoes so that we can communicate and educate them. And I agree
yes,
100% with you.
yes.
So, the panel that we are on talks about sex, sexuality, and beyond. So, let's go. Yeah, you said, Angel, some few minutes ago that we are not sexual. We are not just sex, but sex also is part of us. And I want you to tell me, how do you define your sex? How do you live your sex or your sexuality? I want you to explain me a little bit more about how you go through your sex, your sexuality, your partners. I want to hear. Can someone
You,
jump in? Or
yes,
Angel,
I
you
can
can
come
start.
in. You
Go ahead.
see, these men have made us realize that we are not women as we think that we are. They make us feel that we are just a tool to explore with. They make us feel that we are some fantasy, we are some teddy bear or some doll that they can come and manipulate our bodies and all that. So me, when it comes to sexual life and all those things, me, I can hardly fall in love with somebody. I can hardly, you know, I don't know. When it comes to business, I will do it. Me, my lifestyle is business. You want to have fun with me? That's it. I don't
Okay.
have time for any love, drama, nonsense, all those. No, 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 no. I don't have time for all those things because look, we are in Africa, and it's about time we tell ourselves that it won't work here.
Hello, Angel, let's Melody speak, then after we can come back to you.
Yeah. And on other hand, they take us. Some people take us like wife. They want to marry us. They want to be with us, but they don't want to show off with us. That's some boys, some men. That's what they want. But for others, we are just like sexual fantasy. They just want to have sex with us, and they don't want to do anything. Because when they hear you're a trans, are you a transgender person? They are like, I don't know. I don't have any word to describe what I'm feeling, what they are thinking that we are just for fantasy. And me, it hurts me because we are a lady, we are a human, and we need respect. And we have to have a sex like a guy and a woman having sex. We have a sex, normal sex, and not fantasy or something like that. And me, I was facing a lot of things in my transgender life. A lot of men, when they saw me like I just said, I'm a fantasy for them. I'm a big woman with breasts and boobs and ass. So for them, they have just to take pleasure and go away, you know. So what I want is what I want that from us that should take us and they should respect us. We are human. We are woman. We should be treated like real woman. So that is it.
Thank you very much, Melody. Okay, as we are maybe moving to another question, I have this question that is popping in my mind that I want to ask you. How, for you, what is it a satisfying sexuality? When do you, like Angel talks about, it's and a matter of money because people are playing with our body, so kind of, yeah, they have to pay. We don't have life, no life, no more. And Melody is saying
Business.
that people are also are playing with our body. But you, how do you define the satisfying sexuality? When are you in a like a satisfying moment, sexual speaking? I'd like you to tell me about that.
For me, it's when I have a good sex with a man and he give me good attention, he take care of me, he give me gifts, he take care of all I want, and for me, it's a good satisfaction. And I don't like that he would treat me like a fantasy. No, he should take me like a woman, like other women, have sex normally with me, and and after that he can give me anything that he wants. So for me, it's something like very important. Respect,
That's it.
respect,
That's
and
right.
respect. And after respect, maybe all the things like a gift and all those things can happen. But for me, respect can give me satisfaction. It's very important for me.
Interesting. Angel?
For me, money makes me happy. Money makes me happy. Why women those who say they are women who are out there, they are also selling themselves for money. Some people can never find love. They will end up sleeping with the whole world and they will never get married. So why don't you turn it into money? I think that the right person will come your way when they really love you. When they will come when they get it, they find it the hard way. You see, sometimes I feel that we give these people the chance to explore on us because we are desperate. We feel we are growing up. We feel that they are, oh, I was supposed to flaunt my boyfriend. I'm supposed to show this. I'm supposed to do that and all that. And this is Africa. This is Ghana. Why these things are not acceptable? You can't take me to your mother's house and go and tell your mother you want to marry me, as I've said already. You understand? And at the end of the day, when you fantasize over my body, when you leave me, I'll get heartbreak. I can't wash my bed sheets with love. I need money to buy soap. So as for me, my relationship is all about money. Money makes me honey. Money gives me the appetite. If you give me money, I can give you all the doggy you want and all that. You see, but say like, if you meet my boyfriend that I have about five of them, honestly, and everybody's on their payroll. So and then they will not marry me. Oh, they will not take me anywhere. They will not do anything for my life. So they should pay me. It's simple as that.
Okay, so I hear you, Melody, talking about respect that makes her
Respect.
feel very satisfied, sexually speaking. Our angel is money, money, and money that
Money.
arrive everything in her body. So, Tammy, can you tell us a little bit more about what's a satisfied sexuality for you?
Well, for me, a satisfied sexuality, satisfied sex. You know, some men will just want to have sex with you anyhow, scatter you, tear you into pieces, destroy you. You understand? They are supposed to
Mhm.
treat your body with respect, and that gives me satisfaction because you cannot be enjoying while I go through pain. Sex is a two-way thing. You enjoy, I enjoy. Some of us, because we feel that we won't get anybody in this world, so we will just give our offer our bodies just like that. Anybody will just use it anyhow. No, me. When it comes to sex, I love to be pampered. I love to be treated like a queen. Create that atmosphere. And the first thing that will make me honey is the money. When I see it, one thing I realize is that men they like us. So men like us a lot, but they pretend. They like us a lot, but they will sit somewhere and make it look as if
I have a small question. You are telling me about men as our partners, men. So, um, who are your partners? How do they define themselves? Are they heterosexual men? Are they women? Are they bisexual? Are they gay? How do you define them, and how do they define themselves?
well to
Me,
me, my partner is a male. My
Okay.
partner is a male, he's a man, he's straight, and that is how I see him. And I see myself as a straight woman. So we are two straight people living our life. So I don't have to say he's a bisexual or he's this or he's that. He's a man, he's a man. I am a woman, I am a woman. That is it.
Okay. Is it the same to you, Melody, or you go beyond the heterosexual
no,
men?
for me,
How are
for
you?
me,
Who are your
for,
partners?
for me, I'm bisexual. I'm a trans
Okay.
woman, but my orientation sexually bisexual. I can have sex with woman. I can have sex with mine too. So the person that I have in front of me can be heterosexual, can be bisexual, but I prefer bisexual person. The person should be bisexual. Yeah, it can be a
Okay.
lady, it can be a man. So no problem with me.
Oh, that's something interesting. So you are not limited to heterosexual men.
No, no,
You
no, no, no,
can
no.
also meet some
I'm with
bisexual men
bisexual.
and some women.
Yeah,
Oh, so we can see how
yeah,
broad, how wide is also our sexuality. That's great. I have a special question for
yeah,
Angel. If Angel, if you can tell me, I understand this money thing, and so many people when we talk about the trans women life, they talk mainly about um, sexual work. So, how do you see yourself like in 10 years or in 20 years? Will you at a certain time consider love? Do you think about getting married? Do you think about those kind of things? I'd like to hear you about that.
Yes, I see myself getting married. I see myself having my own kids. I see myself having a family. I see myself falling in love. I'll fall in love, but it has to be with a man who is ready to take responsibility of me. He has to be a man who has the money to take care of me, to make me happy. Because me being a trans woman already, I've suffered a lot. And I'm not ready to suffer again with any other man. So I have a future of seeing my children coming to me and being mommy, mommy, mommy. I see the future of being like, go to your father. He's the one sitting down there and all that. You see, that's the kind of future I see for myself. Eventually, it's not like I don't have love at all, or I can't find love or anything, not like that. But there are some people who don't really come because they love you. They want to come and explore on your bodies. And those are the people that you have to take money from them before you have sex with them. Because when you finish having that sex with them, you're not going to see them again. They're not even going to call you again. Yeah, so you see, some men will just come, they want to come and fantasize on your body. When you meet the right person, you will know. When a man starts investing in you, he respects you as a woman. When a man knows they've added some value to your life, it's hard for them to let you go. But when we open up for them to come and just have fun of our bodies and explore us and all that, you can never find that man who wants to be with you. So for me, I have somebody I love, I care about so much. But when I used to be before that, I used to go crazy over men. I'll kill myself. I'll be coming to wash your teeth. Blah blah. No, 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 no. All those things is gone. I'm seeing myself as a godmother, as a mother to all, at having my own kids through surrogacy, building a family, building a home for myself when I have the chance, when I have the opportunity. But for now that I haven't had the opportunity and people still want to have sex with me, as long as they are not ready to stay with me and build a life with me, you have to pay. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Yeah. That's really so nice to hear. Oh, what you're saying. I think I'm learning from you girls. I think Tammy is still missing on the panel. We'll continue. But now I want to go like beyond. Again, this panel talks about sex and beyond. So now that I'm going beyond, I'd like us to talk about our spirituality. Uh, because the spirituality, the way we believe in what we believe, can also affect our sexuality in a way or another. So, are you a spiritual person, and what does it mean for you to be a spiritual person? Melody, I
Okay,
think you're the only one here, so
I'm
please
alone,
go.
no choice. I can go ahead.
Yeah.
I am, for me, I am loved by God, and God loves me. And I love God, and I believe in God. So I live my life, and I know that God loves me. That's why He creates me. And yes, I'm a spiritual. I used to pray, and I used to do things according to life and according to God things. So I believe in God, and the spiritual, how it can impact my life. Because I'm praying God. I'm going to church. I have sometimes to act like a Christian person. I don't. Yes, I'm a trans woman. That don't mean that I have to do bad things in my life. No, I try to do things according to the my religion. You know. So yes, I'm a spiritual, and that's what I want to say.
All right. Thank you very
Yes,
much, Melody.
thank you.
Um, Tammy, would you please tell us about anything? Are you a spiritual person? How do you live your spirituality? After Tammy, Angel also will tell.
I would say when I first started my transition, I fell away from God. Like I was made to think that being trans, you weren't able to have a relationship with God. You weren't able to like still carry on that life that you did. But it took me a while to realize that well, being trans is not wrong because that's who you are.
Definitely. So what I was trying to say is that you can be a spiritual person without believing in any god or without practicing any religion. Also, we have always to put that in mind is how you feel about yourself, how you connect with the nature, how you connect you with your inner nature. So how like comfortable you are with who you are. That also can be like part of our spirituality. Yeah, it's normal that when like especially in Africa, when we talk about spirituality, we always see like the religion, the Bible, the pastors, the priests, the imam, the whatever. That's good. It's also part of our spirituality, but that can be also somewhere beyond. For example, me, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. Right now, I consider myself as a traditional person, and I choose the traditionality because I'm someone who is anti-colonialist and I'm very pan-Africanist, and that's why when every time I'm in a space where we are talking about Africa and our regions and our ancestors, the region, how we connect to our ancestors, I feel like I'm really very comfortable in that kind of thinking. And I realize that our ancestors and our cultures and our traditional didn't didn't reject us. We were very accepted. So, and I'm now like trying to live according to this traditional spirituality. So I wanted like to add this before. So I have this question also about the media. How do media like treat us, and how do they contribute to the violence that trans women are facing? So Melody, can you tell me something about that? the media
Yeah.
yeah, please.
Yes. For me, in our context in Benin,
Mhm,
especially, the media, they don't have a right of information about the LGBT community. So
mhm,
whatever they hear is what, like, two ladies, two boys, two person having sex, and transgender, what and what and what. So they don't have a good information about LGBT community. So they publish anything that they want, and they contribute to the job violence of a homophobic or transphobic person here. And 5 months ago in Benin, four trans women were beaten, were lynched in Cotonou. And the media, they don't have any information about what happened. So they post anything on social media everywhere, and they were insult our community. So they don't have the good information. That's why in our organization we are trying to working with those media to help them to understand our thematics. For me, I think that because they don't know about it, that's why they are used to insult us, to say bad things about the community, about our community. And our work today is to help them to understand what is our real community, what we are doing. We are not evil. We are people like everyone. So that's what we are doing actually in my organization. And even next week we have a training with them. I'm
with
telling
the
you,
media.
yes, we have a training here with the media to
Oh,
help them to
nice.
understand what
Mhm,
is a trans, what is a trans identity, what people
mhm.
can do to help trans community in West Africa, especially in Benin. So, finally, what I have to say is what is, in Africa, they don't have any information about it, especially the media. That's why they used to talk like that. So it's our role, it's our main objective to contribute to the peace of our community, especially the trans community in Africa.
Interesting. That's really nice. Thank you very much, Melody.
You're welcome.
Angel, we are talking about the
Can you
media.
go over it again for me, please? Okay.
Yeah, and how the media do contribute maybe to the violence to our community, and what do you wish the media can do better to for our life to be better.
Okay, so the media should learn. They should make their researches before they come out to give the news, or they come out to say all the things they say. Because some of the things are misinformation, miscommunications. Most of the things they put out there, most of them are lies. So the media is not helping in educating the society, the public, positively. So, and it has impacted negatively on us. People see us to be bad people. They see us to be not human beings just because of what they've heard on the radio. And that is where people get all the information from. That is how people learn. So if a radio presenter whom I love so much, and maybe I am not educated, and the radio presenter says that, hey, immediately when you have sex with a man, it's a bad thing. When you have sex with trans people, all your luck will finish. All your business will spoil. All your this thing will do like this. This will happen to you. You will die. People will even be afraid, and it's a lie. So I think the media should really to our level too, as we also want to come down to their level for them to understand us.
Yeah. We Tammy, do you want to say something?
What I was saying was, my main issues, for example, we all know this recent bill that's been going on in Ghana, and I feel like a lot of these people in the media, they are misrepresenting people in
Mhm.
the media, and that's just an example of how not just queer people but trans people too are misrepresented. You know, everything, when people think of trans people, especially in Ghana, they think of a man dressing up as a woman. They don't think of a woman. And that is a misconception that we need to change and get people to understand. Media should start saying way in our community that they'll to prove by mainly just educating and getting people to open up their mind. But besides that, there is no positive representation for our community at all in the media.
Okay. Angel, Melody, Tammy, any solution about like yeah, Melody have said something like having trainings that Melody is
Yeah.
training with her organization, the media. So do you see some other solutions of what you can do for these media to treat us better, Angel?
I think we can organize workshops and training for them,
Mm-hmm.
and also try to, anytime we have the chance to get close to these people, we should try and change the narrative. We should try and change the negative. A lot of people rely on the media for news.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people rely on the media for news, for information, and all that. So if you are giving out negative news, negative information, things they've not researched about, then you are destroying the community, you are destroying the country, you are destroying the society. Because you end up always giving false information, and by the time people realize, oh, it wasn't like this, then the harm has already been done, and it's so difficult to repair than it's so difficult to destroy than to even to repair. So I think the media have to they should try and create a group to understand if that is their job. They should try and create a group, create a forum, go to places, go meet people in the community and have interact with them.
Definitely. I think it's the both ways. Yes, the media should go to the community, but also I always say that people from the community also would be part of the media. Maybe if we can create our own media, our own strong media, it can be a space for us to explain clearly like what we are living, and we can challenge them if you have the media or if you are part of those medias. So I think it's both ways, but I understand your contribution and I agree with that. I'm going to the last question for this panel. So, what would you say to other trans women who are still fighting, figuring out to their gender and sexual identity? But I
Yeah,
think, Tammy, you want to say something? Please go ahead.
yeah. I was saying I totally agree with what you're saying, 100%. But the problem too is also from our community. You know, a lot of people are scared to put themselves out there, especially as trans
Mhm.
people in Ghana. Not everyone has the confidence like us to show their faces and be out there. So I think building of the community is key to begin with. We need to gather our numbers, bring people there, and raise confidence. Because when we get the numbers like that, we'll be able to do more things. Like you said, we could start a media group. You know, obviously you'll have different trans people in positions with different. If we put that community to begin with, instead of every trans girl being separate, living her secret life, or competing with each other, we come together. I feel like we can achieve much more. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, the competition between us can kill. Oh my God. That's really one of our challenges, how we can like put our strengths together and build some bigger community, and we can then have those medias. We can have to challenge those other medias that are promoting the violence between trans women. But now I want to move to this last question. What would you say to other trans women who are still figuring out their gender and sexual identity. Because when I see you, I see like confidence, I see beauty, I see a lot of, yeah, when I see you, I see like the future. But it's not everybody that has the same opportunity like you. There are so many who are still questioning about their gender identity, their sexual identity. What would you say to them?
Okay, I would tell them to be proud of themselves, to don't give up, to fight, and to they have to be brave because they are unique and they are women. And I have also to tell them that the world is beautiful when there is enough diversity. So
Yes.
we have to love yourself. Thank you. I'm proud to be
Thank you very
Melody.
much, Melody, for this
I'm
good
proud to be
word.
me.
Nice. So, Angel, do you want to say something?
Yeah, so what I will tell everybody is that be yourself, be you. There's no other you anywhere. You are the only one copy, and there's no other photocopy of you. Try and get close to people like us. We are not lions, we are not tigers. We are here to help. We are here to share our experiences with you. We are here to
Mhm.
build your confidence. We are here to also, um, share our experiences and our life challenges with you. Get close to people like us. See the kind of things we do. We are not perfect. Sometimes me, I do negative things. I used to say negative things. Try and take the positive things that we do out
Mhm.
and build yourself with it. Love yourself regardless if you have K leg, if you have the biggest, if you have the biggest voice, if you have whatever it is. Love yourself for who you are because nobody will love you, my dear. Nobody will love you like the way you love yourself. If right now I put my leg inside fire, I'm the only one who will feel the pain. No one else will feel the pain. Be confident, be strong, be bold, be you. Love yourself and don't listen to what anybody says. What you tell yourself is the final thing, not what somebody else feels. Because you're the only person who is a transgender, who knows how you feel. I might feel differently from the way Melody will feel. I might feel differently from the way Tammy will feel. I might feel differently from the way Solange will feel. So you are the only person who can tell yourself, this is what you want to be, this is who you want to be, this is who you are. Family, friends, other people will come your way, there'll be a distraction. But my dear, when you die, they'll only come and cry there at the funeral, but they will not enter the grave with you. So please,
No.
just
Live
be
your life.
yourself
Live your
and be
life.
you. Live your life. Be
Definitely.
free. Don't mind
Yes.
if you don't have boobs. Boobs is not certificate. Boobs is not any certificate. Yes. If you don't have a pretty face didn't increase anybody's salary. Pretty face did not change the collapsed economy. Be you
Then
and
should I
accept
Yeah.
go on
yourself
with
for who you
mine?
are.
Or
If you
Definitely.
don't big nyash
Yes.
like me, please, that flat ass, shake it. Be proud of what you
That's
have,
a very
and don't let
encouraging word.
anybody intimidate you.
Do you have any
Yes.
final thing to say? Something that you want that is burning in your mind that you want like to put out. I think this is like the final words to any one of you. Yeah. So yeah, please go ahead, Angel. Any final words for this panel? For yeah.
Okay. So the final words I will say is every be you. Let's continue our good job. Let's continue our advocacy. Let's continue to be nice to people. Let's continue to have the patience. If I say have patience, doesn't mean that if anybody comes to you and say any nonsense to you, you just agree to them like that. No, be patient, but add some kind of, put yourself in some kind of way that nobody can come and just say any nonsense to you.
Yes, keep a smile on your face. Yeah, Melody, go ahead, please.
Yes, and I was saying that it's a great opportunity for me, and I would like to thank everyone to give me this opportunity to talk this afternoon. I'm so happy, and I want to tell to all my fellow trans person is really online here that we have to fight, we have to be ourselves, and we have to continue our work. We have to continue advocacy, and we have to be very kind, like the way we have. And very big thanks to everyone here. And I would like to beg I forget the name of. They have to help us to more achieve our goals, like this opportunity like that. I need more opportunity to be online and talk about trans um, advocacy and transsexuality and all those things. Thank you so much.
I really want to thank you, everybody here. I know that you had to go through this big problems of internet connection. As you know how challenging it is. It's also part of this panel. When the panel is on internet, we have sometimes to face about this kind of things. I'm very glad to have met you, Angel. It's my first time to see you, but a very beautiful person, and I can like to know you better. I'd like to meet you again in this conference on the virtual, on the real life. Yeah, because you have built a community and you speak very well. I really love to hear you. The internet was like cutting, but everything that we are seeing is very sensitive, very intelligent, and I can say that the future is there. And Melody, you know how much I love you. You know how much I appreciate your work. And yeah, it was really very interesting to hear you, and also having this opportunity to talk about our sexuality. It's not something that we have often. Most of the time, we come for crying, but our life is not cry. Our life is joy. Our life is sex and satisfaction. And yeah, so and that, I think that's also something that has to be said. And that's what I try always to put on books, to see that we live and we are not just crying. We are living and we are having fun. And yeah, so I thank again Adventure Life for 2021 for having thought about us. And yeah, I can say that this is the end of our panel. And I hope you had pleasure in being part of this panel. Me, I had a lot of pleasure in listening and asking you questions. Thanks, ladies. Mwah.